Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be doing a birthday book haul, but it's also gonna kind of be a cumulative book haul because I have some books that I got before my birthday, and I also have some library books I'm gonna show you guys that I got the other day. So I'm gonna start with the library books first. I picked up Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. You guys know that I read Maybe Someday from my library by Colleen Hoover, and I loved it. And this seems to be everybody else's other favorite of hers, so I decided to go ahead and pick this one up, and I think I'm going to really like it. I also picked up 2 through 4 of Vampire Knight. I got the first volume from the library the last time, and I really liked it, so I went ahead and picked up the next few volumes so I can go ahead and get through those. I also picked up Reign of Shadows by Sophie Jordan. I've seen a lot of people talking about this. It's like a Rapunzel retelling, and it sounds really good, and it's got a pretty cover, and I just happened to see it on the shelf at the library, and I was like, I want to read that, so I got it. I also got The Winter's Curse by Marie Rutowski. Everybody's been talking about this because the last book in the trilogy just came out, and I saw this one, which is the first book, at my library, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to be interested in it because it's like a fantasy, but it doesn't have any magic in it, which doesn't appeal to me that much, but I don't know. Everybody really seems to enjoy it, so I'm going to give it a try and see if maybe I like it or not. And then I picked up Sea of Shadows by Kelly Armstrong. I had actually been recommended this by somebody that works at a bookstore, and I saw it at my library, and I decided to just pick it up, and they actually have all the books that they actually have the next book, and I think the third book in this there at the library right now, so if I like it I can pick up the rest there. So and then I also got The Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson. This sounded really good. The cover is what originally drew me in, and then I just read the synopsis, and it's basically like about this teenager that's from Louisiana that ends up moving to London, and I think she's going to school, at a boarding school, and there's somebody that's like doing remakes of the murders from back in the day, from like Jack the Ripper, like somebody's remaking those murders in, I think it's modern day, I'm pretty sure it's like modern day, so this just sounded like really, really good, and I was just really excited because I love the whole Jack the Ripper thing, so I figured this would be a good book. And also, I didn't know this until now, but it's blurbed by Cassandra Clare, and it says, a gorgeously written, chilling, atmospheric thriller. The streets of London have never been so sinister or so romantic. So that's awesome. Yeah, so I'm excited to read this, and I think it's going to be really good. And then the next book I got is Storm Siren by Marie Weber. This is one of Benjamin of Tome's favorite books. He used to talk about it like all the time, and it's got elemental control, which is awesome, and so I think it sounds really good, and the cover's gorgeous, so I saw it at the library and I just grabbed it. The next book I got from the library is Finnegan of the Rock by Melina Marchetta. This just sounds really good, and it's got a pretty map in it, and a lot of people talk about it, and I just think that it's going to be good. It's a fantasy, and I'm going to like it, hopefully. The next book I got is Tell the Wind and Fire by Sarah Rees Brennan. This sounds like it's going to be really creepy and really cool, and it's like a city, and it's divided by like light and dark, and just, I don't know, it sounds good. It's kind of a retelling of A Tale of Two Cities, which I haven't read yet, but in her acknowledgments I read, it says that you don't have to have read that to read this. But I might, after I read this, I might feel like I want to read A Tale of Two Cities, so I might end up doing that. But I'm not like one to buy classics. I'll probably get them from the library because I don't want to waste my money on classics. I'm sorry, but it does feel like a waste to me. The only classic I actually own... Okay, no, I have to own 2 classics, forgive me. And the only reason I own Great Expectations by Charles Dickens is because they talked about it in Pretty Little Liars, and because I found it for like 50 cents, but it's because it's all torn up and stuff. And then I have The Picture of Dorian Gray, and that's only because I absolutely love Oscar Wilde. Like, I love Oscar Wilde. So, I own that by him. I own The Importance of Being Earnest, and I own The Happy Prince and Other Stories by him, because I just love Oscar Wilde. So, but that's it. I don't really like classics. I liked Pride and Prejudice, but I don't have a desire to own it. Like, I read it, and I'm good. I know what happened. So, but yeah, that's kind of my thing on classics, so we're gonna keep going with the book haul. So, and then the next 3 things that I picked up from the library were book 2 through 4 of the Vinland Saga. I picked up the first one the last time I went to the library, and it's like about this kid whose dad was murdered by these mercenaries, and then the mercenaries end up taking him and raising him, and basically his life goal is to kill the mercenaries that killed his father. So yeah, the first one was really good, so I grabbed the next few because I love it. So okay, now on to the other books. First we're gonna just show these. I got these like a couple weeks ago from Book Depository. The Mistborn trilogy. Well, it's a series, but I have the first 3 books in the series now, and Final Empire, The Well of Ascension, and The Hero of Ages. And I had to get the UK covers because we all know that the American covers are gross and disgusting, and nobody wants them. So I made sure that I got the UK covers because I didn't want to read out of the gross American covers, and I am trying so hard to get them out of this thing so I can show you guys, which you've probably already seen them 50 times, but that's okay. The Final Empire, The Well of Ascension, and The Hero of Ages. They're just pretty. They're just really pretty. So, yeah. I'm excited to read them. And I really can't wait to read them. Like, I'm really excited to. Alright. That's good. And now, the rest of the books I'm going to show you are books I got for my birthday. I was given money, and I went and bought all these books. Well, 3 of them, I told my sister what I wanted, and she had them on hold for me at Books A Million, and then she just gave me the money to go get them. So, and then my dad gave me like a $100 Books A Million gift card, so, and I still have a little bit of money left on that too. But yeah, so I'm going to show you what I got from there. The first one is the Star Touch Queen by Roshini Kiyosha something. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that at all, but everybody's been talking about this. It's blurbed by Sarah J. Maas, and what I really like about this is, you know how in like all those fantasy books it's like a princess and somebody's forcing her to marry this guy, and she does everything she can to get out of it, and she always gets out of it. That's not the case in this. Like, she's actually gonna marry him because she wants to be the ruler of this place. And I think that's just so cool because none of them actually go through with it, and she does. So that's just interesting that it's different than what we're used to in YA, because normally they run away or they do something to get out of the marriage, but she doesn't. And I think that's going to be a really interesting thing to read about. So I'm excited to read this and, see what it's all about. So yeah, I'm thinking this might be my next read because I'm like really excited to read it, and it just sounds really good. So and then we have Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I actually finally read Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo a couple days ago, and it was really good. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and I really liked it. And I'm really angry because I absolutely loved The Darkling for like the first half of the book, and then after that I was like, are you kidding me? I really wanted to love you. And yeah, But I got the hardcover with the black pages, and it's so beautiful, and I'm so happy. And yeah, I'm just excited that I have this. So I'm probably gonna finish the Grisha trilogy before I read it, though, because I'm one of those. So yeah. Oh, I don't know why I brought this over here. Ignore that. Anyway, but yeah. And then the next one I got was Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. I wanted this because the only book I have left to read in the Lunar Chronicles is Winter, and then I'm going to want to have this so that I can read this after that, and so I got it, and I'm so excited to have it, and I haven't looked yet. Oh, there's Pretty Thing embossed on the cover. You know what? I haven't been looking at that. I want to look real fast and see what cool stuff. And there's a crow on Six of Crows one. Is there anything on the Star Touch Queen? No. Star Touch Queen is boring, naked. But that's okay because she's got a pretty cover. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. And then the next ones, I got Theft of Swords. It's volume 1 of the Rhaenyra Revelations by Michael J. Sullivan. Connor at Connor O'Brien is always talking about this series, and he made it sound really good. And it's got a mercenary and a thief, and it's about kingdoms, and it's got sword and magic and all of the high fantasy things. So it was right up my alley. And this has, I think, the first 2 books in this series, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Theft of Swords. Wait, that's the whole thing. Book 1, wait, The Crown Conspiracy. And then book 2, A Vimpart. I don't know how to say that, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah. So, yeah. I think it's going to be really good and fun read, and I'm excited because it's fantasy, and fantasy is the best. So, yeah. So this is going to be really good. And then they already have the other ones there, like the second volume, the third volume, so whenever I'm ready, I can go pick up the next one. So yeah. Then I also got Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, and I got this because I've been meaning to get this and read it because Tim Burton is doing the movie and it comes out in December, and I must have read the book to go see the movie because it is Tim Burton, and that is the only thing you need to know because, yeah, I love Tim Burton with everything in me. Yay, Tim Burton! Anyway, yeah. And Jesse over at Jesse the Reader really loves this series. Like, I think it's his favorite series ever, so, yeah. I'm excited to read it. I saw a quote for it from somebody, and it, like, that's really the reason why I like, because I had been kind of on the fence about picking this up because people say it's creepy, and, like, I don't like creepy stuff that much, But then I saw that quote and I was like, oh my god, that is fabulous. I have to have this book. So now I have the first book, and I can go get the second and third one whenever I get to that point, so yay! The next book I got is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Yeah. Everybody and their mom talks about this book. Like, even one of my old coworkers from when I worked at the Santa Fe Hastings told me that this is a really amazing book and that I needed to read it. So yeah, I've even been recommended this in real life, so I think I needed it. So I just saw it on the shelf. I think it was even in the wrong spot, but I saw it and I was like, you know what, I think it's time. So some of these books are books that I wouldn't have bought if I hadn't have had a gift card, because they're either really expensive or they're books I was on the fence about, but like I honestly really wanted, but I was like, I didn't want to spend my money on them. I don't know if that makes sense, but that was kind of my thing. But I am really excited about this book, and I can't wait to read it, and it's going to be really good. I already know it's going to be good, so yeah. And then finally, the last book is The Wish Song of Shannara, and this is the second book in the Shannara Chronicles thing. I read the first book back way back, like back in November, I think, or December is when I read the first one, and I got like the little tiny mass market paperback of the first one, which was really annoying because that's all they had at the time, because it was right when the TV show was being announced, but before they had these covers. So, but I ended up getting the second one in this pretty cover and in regular paperback, which is great because I freaking hate mass market paperback with a passion. So I'm excited that I was able to get this, and yeah, I can't wait to read this. It's gonna be really good, and I just can't wait to see what happens. So yeah, and it's pretty. So yeah, that's all the books I have to show you. That was a lot of books, I know. I got a lot of books. A lot of them are from the library, because I went to the library the other day and I went kind of crazy because I saw all these books that I wanted to read, and I was like, I need all of the books. So, and I bet I won't even read half of them before their due date, which sucks. But yeah, but that's okay because I can just renew them online and it'll be fine, and then I'll get another like 30 days and then I should get through all of them. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So alright, that's all I got today, guys. See you later.